Hey guys, it's Sydney, the Crab Queen. So in today's video, I am going to be answering some spiritual witchy questions you guys asked me. On TikTok, I asked you guys to comment down below some questions that you are curious about. I get a lot of questions all the time and it's very hard to answer them, especially when I've already tried to answer them before. So I decided to just make a big long video one because you guys are full of questions, as you should be. Something that is learned and taught, so obviously you have a lot of responses and questions back. So I wrote some questions down because I'm using my phone to record the video of. So let's just begin the video. Okay, so for the first question I got, what type of witch are you? So I don't really know exactly what type of witch I am, or even if I am like a certain type of witch. I know that there's like a green witch, a kitchen witch, a divination witch, a dark witch, just all those type of things. I feel like if I had to put myself in a category, I would be maybe a divination witch, which is like when a witch uses a bunch of tools like tarot, crystals, crystal ball, palmistry, also spells, all that kind of stuff. So maybe I would fall in that category, but also I don't know if would even be in a category. I'm just very spiritual and I like to do things like that. You don't have to consider yourself a certain type of witch if you don't want to, or if you don't relate to any. Things to do with moon water. So if you don't know what moon water is, it's basically just when you set water outside all night when there is a full moon or a new moon, or if you're just putting it underneath the moon. You know, just having it on your space is very cleansing. But you can put it in your plants, you can put it in your bath water, you can put it in some of your perfume to spray it all over you with. You can just take a little bit, rub it on your wrists or whatever, like you are doing with essential oils. It kind of just amplifies everything. Or if you're doing a manifestation, you could spring a little bit of moon water onto it too. It just kind of amplifies things. It has good energies. How to get into spirituality / witch stuff. Well, you can kind of just start wherever, whenever. Just start researching. You don't have to buy a bunch of books. You can if you want, but just start looking it up. I started just watching a bunch of YouTube videos like this, or you can look it up on Google, or there's a lot of things on Pinterest. There's a lot of easy steps to learning what it is to become a witch and get into spirituality. So just really the internet or books. Also, you feel, of course, in you that you are drawn to this type of stuff and you want to become it. Not for the trend or whatever, you feel like you really want to be a witch or spiritual, because it comes with a lot of deep things that you might not be ready for if you're just doing it to be because you think it's cool. You have to really feel it inside of you, because it is kind of sort of like a religion, but it doesn't have to be a religion, but it's kind of something like that where you have to really feel it and not just do it because it seems cool. Do I work with moon phases? I do. I don't do it all the time. I definitely always work with the full moon, always work with the new moon. I don't really work with any other phases of the moon unless I know like that day is important, like in the sky. But I definitely work with the new moon and the full moon, or if there's anything important going on in the sky. What do I do for full moons? I usually do a few manifestations, or I try to let some things go. I don't do spells too often anymore, but sometimes I'll do a spell if that's like for luck or whatever. I usually just do manifestations and do a bunch of spiritual things when there's a full moon outside. Also set out a glass of water. When did I realize I had gifts? I didn't know like they were gifts when I was little, but I was very little, like 10 years old. I could wake up in my dreams all the time and I would see things, and I would I felt different. I had like a seashell collection. I felt like I've always been able to like read people very well, and I didn't know really that. I thought everyone was able to do that until I got a little bit older. So then I started realizing when I was I think I was 14 or 15 when I realized that this is not something everyone has, when no one related to me when I told them about my psychic abilities or my intuition or stuff like that. My favorite crystal and my favorite tarot deck. Well, I have a lot of favorite crystals. These are all my crystals right here. This one, Lapis, has always been one of my favorite and go-tos, just because it helps me with my anxiety so much, because my anxiety makes me not be able to talk and speak when I'm with people. But this one is the throat chakra. Also, it lowers your blood pressure, so it relieves anxiety and helps you talk better at the same time. And this is the only one that's really helped me with that. And I used to have it bad, but this pretty much helped a lot when I needed it. I have a lot of favorite ones. I don't know, probably my favorite would be like selenite or clear quartz or amethyst or rose quartz. I don't even know, just because probably clear quartz though, because it's like holds the most energy and powers. So, and it's like good for any spell or manifestation. Like if you're doing a money manifestation, you know, you want to use some pyrite. I love pyrite. This is one of my favorites too. But also, if you don't have pyrite, you can use a clear quartz. Like you can use a clear quartz in replace of anything. So that's why I really like clear quartz. My favorite tarot deck, let me grab it. Definitely my Crystal Visions deck. I got it in California a few years ago. The cards are so pretty and I've had it forever, and it's just my favorite deck. It's the one I feel the most connected to. I have a few more, but I see like this is the Lovers. It's so pretty, and like they're mainly just like girls. I'm like, oh, it's like girls. Like even the Devil's pretty. Like what? I just love it. I just love how there's like drawings of girls on it, and then like there's guys on it too when it's like for guy energy. And like this is a guy. So like when I'm like pulling up when I'm doing like a guy reading, all of the guy cards will come out, and then when I'm doing a girl reading, all the girl cards will come out, and like I find that really cool. So this is definitely my favorite one. It's called Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. How long have I been a witch? Well, I started doing spells when I was like 15 or 16, and I'm 18 now, so however long that is. My favorite and least favorite thing about being a witch. Okay, so I'll start with my least favorite. Okay, so it kind of like turned into my whole life. Like my whole life is basically just like being a witch now, and like I can't really look at any situation without really thinking about like what it is for its real self. Like when someone's having a conversation with me, my intuition is way too strong, and I know what they're actually trying to say, and like I just want to be able to have a conversation with someone normally, but I can't because everything is kind of like revolved around that now. Or like my zodiac signs, like I can't really see past someone. Like once I know someone's zodiac sign, that's all I see. And like it's kind of like that when it comes to spirituality and a witch. Like you see everything for what it is now. But my favorite thing is also the same thing as that. I see everything for what it is. I know everything for what it really is now, and I know when something's bad for me or good for me right away. And I think that's a really good part of it. My intuition is really strong now, and my spirit guides are always making me go on the right path, so that's also a good thing. I'm always on the right path now. It's hard to fall off track when you are surrounded by your angels and spirit guides. What is my moon sign? My moon sign is Taurus. How to make sure my manifestations come true? Well, I'm sure you've heard this before, but you really just have to forget about it. And it's so hard and it's so annoying because, especially if it's about a person, because like there's no way you're gonna forget about them, you know, like they take up your mind. Or like if it's a goal of yours, and like of course it'll come to you, but seriously, it doesn't come to you until like the next chapter of your life. After you were like, whatever, I've given up on these things, I have different goals now. And then once you move on to those different goals that you randomly decided to do, then your life changes into what you wanted back then. So it comes when you don't want it anymore. That's why no one's ever really satisfied with what they have, because everything happens when you don't want it. Difficult parts of being a witch. Kind of just like what I said about the negative things about it. And once people also know that you're a witch, that's kind of all they see in you too, like, oh, this bitch is a witch, like. So I mean, I guess that's kind of like, unless you don't care, like I don't really care, and like I make it known to people too, like I wear crystals and like witchy stuff, so whatever. Do people around you accept that you are a witch? Yeah, my mom doesn't really care. I have sisters and brother. I have a twin sister. She just started to get into spirituality, so I think that's super cool. She's like doing spell jars and all that, so she's definitely supportive and always has been. My older sister is just like, you're weird but like dope, it's cool. And then my brother, he doesn't really care. He's my little brother. He's just like whatever. So everyone's kind of supported it. If anything, they're just like, what are you, why do you think that you're a witch? But they're supportive. Everyone in my family is actually now starting to believe in it. They didn't really before. They were just like, oh, okay, do a spell. But now they're all just like, they're really believing in it, as is everyone kind of in the world right now. Everyone's kind of waking up. So yeah. And how should I introduce my family? How should you introduce your family? It kind of just depends on how you feel about them. Like, do you think that they would be supportive, or do you think that they wouldn't? If they wouldn't, you know, kind of ease into it. Don't like go making a huge altar in your room right away. Just be like mom, dad, whoever. Maybe like bring home a little crystal one day and be like, this crystal is so pretty. It has a lot of meaning to it, and I think it's really cool. I want to maybe start collecting them and like see how they react, and like start getting incense, or like, you know, all that type of stuff. And then also you can like just do journaling, and they'll think that you're just like writing in a notebook. Like you can do just stuff like that. My favorite manifesting technique, my favorite is journaling and writing down my exact manifestation. Also, I really like vision boards because I can see it right in front of my eyes, and like for some reason that really like helps me. But the most effective way is when you're meditating, for sure. When you're meditating and then you start to manifest in your mind, that is so effective. But my favorite way is through a vision board or journaling. The first time I manifested, it worked, and the rest of the time I did it, it didn't. Why? I feel like that happens kind of to a lot of people, especially because we start small when we're manifesting, and then right when you get that small thing, we hop into huge things, like people, like human beings. That's hard to do. Like that's a whole nother human being. Like duh, that's gonna be a little hard and difficult. Or loads of money. Like yeah, that's gonna be a little difficult. Keep manifesting small things until you really know. Like size up a little bit, but don't go for huge things when you're just starting or it's not working for you. Like manifest like a gold bracelet or something dumb. Manifest a candle that's a certain color or something stupid. Like don't go for huge things right away. Keep making your brain know that it's real until it's like, okay, this is for sure real, and then like you can start doing humans and money and all that kind of stuff. How to read tarot. Well, that's kind of a long video, but I'll shorten it down for you. The way I learned was I took each card and wrote the meaning next to it. So like it's kind of like taking notes. Like when you write it down, your brain remembers it a little more. And then also I would like go back to it and keep looking at the picture, then looking at the notes, and it's like way easier to remember than like actual like studying like at school, because obviously you are doing it on your own, you want to do it, so it's like easier and more fun. And yeah, I would just suggest like writing it down. And crystals for beginners, I would suggest clear quartz or amethyst. Your clear quartz are just like clear crystals. Like I said, you can use them for anything. That's why I always suggest them for beginners. Definitely clear quartz. Like I said, if you're trying to like manifest love, you would want to use a rose quartz. But like what if you want to manifest money, then you're gonna have to use pyrite. And it's just like, well, you can't really manifest money with rose quartz. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't work as well as pyrite. But if you have clear quartz, you could use it for money and love. So I always suggest clear quartz until you can get your other crystals. Also, of course, amethyst. Everyone loves amethyst. It's the purple crystal. It can be like clear quartz in some ways. It kind of just is good for your body, more of like, it's better for like your soul and like your energy and like protection and like well-being and all of that kind of stuff, more than like a certain thing. It's better for like you. So I suggest clear quartz and amethyst. Okay, so that's all the questions I'm gonna be answering for this video. But if you guys still have questions, comment them down below. Maybe somebody else can answer your question for you, or maybe I can get to it. I hope this helped you guys. This video helped you guys. If you would like a personal tarot reading, DM me on Instagram. They're only $15. And I do quite a bit of reading. It's like a few paragraphs, long. It's very big. I pull like 20 to 30 cards because I'm just like, okay, I'm interested, I'm invested in this, I gotta keep pulling more. And then I'll send you pictures of it also and everything like that. So yeah, DM me if you would like one of those. Also, I'm going to start doing tarot readings on YouTube, like pick a pile cards. So comment down below if you guys would like to see that, and also what kind of pick a card I should do for my first pick a card reading, like what type of category, love, future, career, all that type of stuff. Well, thank you guys for watching this video, and comment down below any videos I should do next, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.